Hello, I'm Free Speech Phantom from the Video Game Review, and this is
Brow Long.
also from the Video Game Review.
Yes,
and today we are reviewing Dishonored on the Xbox 360, but that's just what we played it on.
Right, where to begin? This game is amazing. That's how I'm going to start this one off. I haven't played a game like this since the original Bioshock. It really does sort of capture your imagination when you're playing it, and you want to progress further. It's a beautiful game. I mean, yeah, it's grey and dingy, but just the structure of the game is so beautiful. Ignore the corpses laying everywhere. It's I should probably say what the game's really about. You play as a supernatural assassin, and you've got to try and get your revenge on some bad guys.
The way that it's similar to Bioshock is you had the crazy spliced up people in Bioshock, and in this game there's sort of like a crazy cult of people who you're sort of fighting against. So there is sort of elements of similarity from Bioshock. And it is kind of a similar game to Bioshock.
Kind of got the feel as well.
Yeah.
There's kind of atmosphere about it.
I mean, what else did you sort of like about it?
Well, I mean, it's a bloody gore fest. It's gory as hell. I mean, the amount of ways you can take someone down and kill them and assassinate them, it's ridiculous. I mean, you make rats come out of the ground and they like eat people to death and leave their kind of like skinless corpse on the floor. You can like possess them and take hold of their body. And then when you unpossess them, they start like vomiting up, puking, being sick, and then you can like stab them in the throat. It's pretty graphic violence, but it's pretty impressive.
For people,
it's over the top.
For people who are looking for a sort of really long sort of grind fest, this is not your game. The story itself is fairly short in terms of stories of modern games these days, I guess. But what's really refreshing about this game is it does hand you, the player, a large amount of variety and choice of what you want to do in the game. There's different paths that you can take, you know, different actions that you can do, you know, obviously always controlling your character. But yeah, you know, you can make each playthrough different, let's say. You know, you can go different ways, and you know, it is really one for people who are fans of stealth games. You know, there is a lot of sort of an assassination and sneaking around sort of aspects to the game. So, you know, that's what I really liked about the game. It's kind of refreshing, and it's, you know, assassin sort of stealth games can either be sort of hit and miss really, and this one's definitely a hit. It's really good in terms of, you know, sneaking around, stealthing about, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's got the kind of the atmosphere of Bioshock and the feel of Deus Ex. It's kind of like an amalgamation of the two, but its own IP, its own game. You don't want to compare it too much to other games because it does really feel quite original in a way. One of the bad points I think I've got about it is you'll spend a lot of time kind of walking around sort of like a Victorian style London setting. It's a whaling port where they like kill whales. Whales are a big thing. Whales are important to like how the town works, but it doesn't feel like a bustling port town should. I mean, I guess it's because there's a lot of plague in the town and a lot of people have died, but it doesn't feel as if there's a lot of pedestrians and civilians just kind of walking around. It's kind of barren in a way.
There is also other bad points in my opinion. That it is a solely single player game, no co-op, no multiplayer, so I mean this is really one for the purists, you know, people who are trying to just buy a game for the single player experience. You can't get any sort of different longevity out of it by playing online or playing with your friends. Although saying that, you know, those things aside, the single player, you know, has got its undivided attention from the developers. It is really good and really polished sort of game. that, you know, if you like single player games, this is really...
And it has a high replay value as well. Once you're done with it, you will want to pick it up and do it again. And, I mean, I can't think of many games where I've completed it and then wanted to do it again. And this one, you will not want to put it down. It is fun. Really fun.
So yeah, especially for the people who like, this, as I said before, the stealth sort of, you know, sneaking around kind of thing. You can go in there all guns blazing, but you know, you'll find it more fun doing sort of the stealth action, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's definitely worth a purchase. It's going to be one of the big blockbusters of this year, I'd say.
I'm going to put it down as Game of the Year.
But
that's how strong I feel about it.
Well, yeah, it's coming to the end of the year, I guess, but yeah,
I can't even remember what else came out this year.
It's definitely a good sort of change up, a breath of fresh air from other things that have come out this year. So, you got anything more to add on it?
Buy it. If you've got a PC or a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox, there is no reason why you shouldn't get this game. It is really good.
Okay, well there you go.
And it has my official seal of approval, which is the highest value you can get.
So, I've been Free Speech Phantom from the Video Game Review.
And I've been Brow Long from the Video Game Review.
And we'll see you next time.